There are moments in life when the world becomes very quiet, quiet in the way that comes when we wonder whether anyone truly sees us. Perhaps you have known such a place, a season when you carried more than anyone realized, a season when you kept walking even though some part of you felt abandoned, a season when you wondered whether your presence mattered at all. There is an ancient story about a woman named Hagar who found herself in such a wilderness. Her circumstances belonged to another time, another culture, another world, and yet something within her story remains profoundly human. She knew what it was like to be displaced, to be uncertain, to find herself standing at the edge of what she knew without the safety of knowing what would come next. And perhaps this is why her story still reaches across time. Not because we must believe exactly as those who first carried the story believed, because most of us, in one form or another, know the wilderness of feeling unseen. There are many kinds of wilderness. Sometimes it is the wilderness of grief. Sometimes it is the loneliness of becoming someone our old life no longer recognizes. Sometimes it comes after years of being the strong one, the caretaker, the listener, the one who quietly carried everyone else. And somewhere along the way, we may discover that we may have been invisible even to ourselves. We know how everyone else feels. We know what everyone else needs. We know what must be done next. But if someone were to ask, and what is happening inside of you, we might not immediately know how to answer that. This is where I imagine Hagar is meeting us. Not as someone standing above us with wisdom, but as another woman who knew the wilderness. Another woman who discovered, somehow, that being alone was not the same as being unseen. And perhaps that distinction is the first threshold. Because before remembrance can deepen, before the heart can soften, before the soul can trust enough to open, something within us may first need to know, I am safe enough to be here. Not perfectly safe, not guaranteed against loss or uncertainty, but safe enough in this breath, safe enough in this body, safe enough to allow myself to exist without disappearing. Safety is not weakness. It is not something we should have outgrown. It is one of the deepest conditions through which the human heart learns to soften. The nervous system listens constantly for signals of belonging. Am I welcome here? Will I be judged? Must I become someone else before I can stay? Can I speak what is true? And often, long before the mind answers, the body already has. The shoulders rise. The breath becomes shallow. The throat tightens. The heart retreats behind a door it learned to close long ago. The body does not do this because it has failed us. It does this because somewhere within its memory lives the ancient instruction, protect what is tender. And so perhaps the first movement of remembrance is not asking the heart to open. Perhaps it is showing the heart that it will not be forced. Perhaps we begin by saying, you may remain exactly where you are. You do not have to reveal anything you are not ready to reveal. You do not have to become more spiritual. You do not have to become less afraid. You do not have to prove that you belong here. You are already here, and you are allowed to be just as you are. There is something sacred about being witnessed without being changed. To have another presence sit beside us without trying to correct the story. To have our tears met without explanation. To have our uncertainty welcomed. To have someone look towards the parts we hide and not turn away. Perhaps Hagar's story survives because somewhere within it lives this ancient remembrance. Even here, I am seen. Not seen only when I am strong. Not seen only when I understand the path. Not seen only when I am peaceful, or certain, or whole. Seen here, in the wilderness. In the question, in the ache, in the moment before I know what comes next. And perhaps there is an even deeper remembering beneath this one. The presence we spend our lives longing for may not always arrive from outside of us. Sometimes the witnessing begins within. A hand placed gently over the heart. A breath that says, I am still here. A moment when we stop abandoning ourselves simply because something hurts. A moment when the human voice whispers, I feel alone. And the soul answers, I hear you. And beneath them both, something quieter seems to say, you have never disappeared from the field of love, beloved. This is where safety begins to become sacred. Not because nothing difficult will ever happen again, but because we are learning that we do not have to leave ourselves when difficulty comes. Perhaps that is what the inner wilderness has been waiting to show us. The places we thought had been forgotten may become the place where we learn to witness ourselves. The loneliness we feared might reveal an inner companionship. The silence may become spacious enough for a deeper voice to be heard. And slowly, something begins to soften, not because we forced it, but because it finally felt safe enough to return. Beloved heart, if you have ever felt invisible, if you have ever wondered whether anyone understood the weight you were carrying, if you've spent so long tending to others, perhaps this ancient woman is not asking you to study her story. Perhaps she is simply sitting beside you at the edge of the wilderness. And perhaps together you can listen for the quiet truth that has been waiting beneath everything. You are here. You matter. You do not have to disappear in order to belong. There is a place within you where you are still being held. Take a slow breath and allow yourself to feel the support beneath your body. Notice that nothing is being asked of you. Simply breathe. And inwardly offer yourself these words. I am willing to see the one within me who has felt unseen. I am willing to remain with her. I am willing to let safety begin here. The wilderness does not mean that you have been abandoned. Sometimes it is simply the place where the noise falls away long enough for you to discover you were never invisible. You were always worthy of being witnessed. And perhaps, beloved, the first one being invited to truly see you is you.